Welcome to Sidebar.
I'm John Davies. I'm Senior Vice President at GreenBiz Group, and I'm happy to be here with William Paddock, co-founder and managing director of WAP Consulting. Welcome, William.
Hey, thanks, John.
So people may not be quite familiar with WAP, so what is your mission?
Sure, yeah, we're a 15-year-old sustainability consulting firm. Most of our work is anything technical, so life cycle assessment, material health assessments, carbon accounting, so deep subject matter expertise and anything that has to be measured and quantified.
So I suspect that because you get in so deeply, there's often unintended consequences of what people are trying to do?
That's a big part of the work that we do. We see a lot of companies evaluating their sustainability attributes for sort of what are the impacts. So trade-offs between recycled content and low carbon materials as an example, or material health consequences of recycled materials that maybe haven't been thought about or considered. So helping organizations sort of navigate what the data says, and then also find that North Star so that they can continue to have impact and follow their brand purpose or mission.
Got it. Can you share any specific examples about a company that you've worked with and how you kind of helped them find that North Star?
Yeah, so I mean, we're working with a major retailer right now that has asked for sustainability attributes in so many different categories. Recycled content, or is the product recyclable, or anything as part of their procurement standards. But what's happened is the market has responded so much with those that it's really hard to make decisions now when everybody has something. And so for this retailer in particular, we went through an exercise of helping them sort of determine what's most important, and anyway, the answer became carbon. And so for them, it's pivoting and communicating to their vendors and suppliers that carbon's going to be the most important thing for them, and they want low carbon products. They want to procure low carbon products, and vendors need to demonstrate their awareness of the carbon impact of their products, and so that's a pretty big shift from conversations around recycled content or other things that we've seen in the past.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting because you do a lot of LCA work, life cycle assessment work, but every company is different. The culture is different, and so how do you see that intersection of science and culture?
I think we've been in this space for 15 years, and sometimes I think we were probably a little over our skis on talking about data. Most companies weren't quite ready, but we've seen that change tremendously. The demand for life cycle assessment and people really being curious about what the metrics say is, I think, at an all-time high. So I think my hypothesis would be we're getting more serious because we're measuring in real ways.
Got it. So for other folks let me step back. So if a company comes to you and they're trying to figure out what they want to do, what is the first step that you all take? What information do they need to provide you to be able to share what they should be doing going forward?
Yeah, so our kind of two foundational service items would be life cycle assessment, and then we also bring in, which we think is a really fascinating kind of dynamic, a material health component, because we've got two sides. Safe and circular, I think, is a great sort of combination phrase, where we want to make sure that what we're doing and how we're moving forward in time is we don't have unintended consequences, to bring that phrase back up. We look back in time, and there's plenty of examples. PFAS is a fun one at the moment, where if you could describe PFAS as an environmental technology, something that could use less water, prevent staining, create longevity in products, but look at the health consequences that have come from that. It's a forever chemical. It doesn't go away. It's has. To think that we won't have something else like that we're doing right now is short-sighted. So we need to be thoughtful about all the new innovations that we're bringing to market, and just have that be a part of due diligence and service items.
Fantastic. So we've been talking with William Paddock, co-founder and managing director at WAP Consulting. Thanks, William.
Hey, thanks, y'all.
Thank you.